480 BC, Thermopylae. 300 Spartans stand in a mountain pass barely 50 feet wide, the bronze helmets gleaming, spears forward, ready to die. Marching forward them, 100,000 Persian soldiers, the largest army the ancient world has ever seen. Xerxes, the god king of Persia, has come to burn Greece to the ground. This is the most famous last stand in history. Every Spartan knows how this ends. They all die, but their sacrifice saves Western civilization. But let's change one thing. Crouching in the rocks above the pass is something that shouldn't exist for 2,500 years. A United States Navy SEAL, fully armed, watching 300 men prepare to face impossible odds. Well, I like to get frisky, so let's send the SEAL back in time. First, let's see what we just dropped into the hot gates. The pass is a natural choke point. Cliffs on one side, sea on the other. Only a dozen men can fight at once. The 300 Spartans are the deadliest warriors of the ancient world, trained since age 7 to kill or be killed. They fight in a phalanx. Shields lock, an 8-foot wall of bronze and murder. Against them, Xerxes' army includes the Immortals, 10,000 elite Persian guards who've conquered everything from Egypt to India, plus cavalry, archers, and more infantry than anyone can count. Our SEAL has an M4A1 carbine with 420 rounds across 14 magazines, a sidearm, 4 grenades, night vision goggles, and body armor that'll stop arrows like they're made of paper. He's got 3 days to change history. The SEAL doesn't speak ancient Greek. King Leonidas doesn't speak English, but the SEAL walks down the Spartan line, sets his rifle on the ground, and points at the Persian army, then at himself, then at the pass. Leonidas gets it. This stranger wants to fight. The Spartan king studies the strange armor, the bizarre weapon, the calm eyes. He nods once. Hours later, 10,000 Persian infantry march up the pass in loose formation. The SEAL takes the position on high ground, 200 yards back, the Persians close to 100 yards, and the SEAL opens fire. The sound cracks across the valley like a thunderbolt. Persian soldiers drop as if Zeus himself struck them down. Heads snap back. Chests explode, men crumble without understanding what's happening. 3-round bursts, controlled, professional. 30 rounds, 28 dead Persians in 15 seconds. The formation wavers. Men in the back see the front ranks falling but can't see an enemy. Some think it's a curse, others think it's the gods. Then they charge. Very bad call. The SEAL empties his magazine into the rush. Persian bodies pile up. The survivors slam into the Spartans' phalanx and die on bronze spears. The pass runs red. 10 minutes later, the first attack is obliterated. 300 dead, most from bullets they never saw coming. The survivors flee, screaming about divine fire and invisible death. Xerxes sends the Immortals, 10,000 men who've never been defeated. They advance in perfect formation, shields up, discipline absolute. The SEAL targets officers first. 5 shots, 5 Persian commanders drop. The Immortals hesitate. Their leaders are dead. Nobody's giving orders. The hesitation costs them. The SEAL switches to rapid fire. The Immortals' shields are wicker and wood. They might stop arrows, but they don't stop rifle rounds traveling 3,000 feet per second. The legendary Immortals die like everyone else. But they don't break. They keep marching to the slaughter. The SEAL burns through 3 magazines. 90 rounds, 75 kills. The survivors hit the Spartan line. For 25 minutes, it's the 2 greatest warrior classes on earth trying to kill each other in a 50-foot corridor. The Spartans hold. When the Immortals retreat, they've lost 2,000 men. The Spartans lost 9. Xerxes watches from a distant hill, unable to understand what just happened. That night, the SEAL straps on his night vision goggles. The world turns green and perfectly clear. He moves through the Persian camp like a ghost. Thousands of tents, flickering torches, sentries squinting into darkness. The SEAL sees everything. He finds the command tent, large, ornate, surrounded by guards staring at nothing. The SEAL waits for the patrol to pass, slips behind the tent, cuts through the fabric with his knife. Inside, 3 Persian generals hunched over a map, planning tomorrow's assault. He could kill them. 3 quick knife strikes. Instead, he does something that'll terrify them even more. He pulls a grenade from his vest, doesn't arm it, and sets it on their table, then vanishes. Dawn breaks. The generals find a strange metal object covered in impossible markings, perfectly machined, made from materials that shouldn't exist. They bring it to Xerxes. The God King stares at this and feels something he's never felt before. Fear. The second day passes in failed attacks. Cavalry charges end in screaming horses. Archer volleys bounce off Greek shields. Infantry waves break against the Spartan line. The SEAL conserves ammo, picks his shots, makes every round count. Then the SEAL sees it. A Greek man talking to Persian scouts at the edge of camp, pointing toward the mountain, gesturing to a path. A traitor. The SEAL raises his rifle. The traitor is 400 yards out. His finger touches the the trigger, then stops. If he shoots a Greek in front of Persians, the Spartans will think he's a traitor. He sprints to find Leonidas. The seal drags the king to the mountain path, points frantically, making slashing motions across his throat. Leonidas understands. The Persians found another way around. The Spartan king orders most of the Greek army to retreat. The 300 Spartans stay. They hold both sides of the pass, buy time for the others to escape. The seal could leave, disappear into the mountains, live, but he checks his magazines. 7 left. He stands with the 300. Leonidas looks at him, nods once. Brothers. The final battle begins at dawn. Persian attacks from both sides. The Greeks are surrounded. The seal positions himself at the center, rifle ready. The Persian horde comes. The seal fires in controlled bursts. Persians drop in waves. Persian cavalry charges from the rear. The seal pivots, drops 5 riders before they close. The Immortals push from the front. The seal empties the magazines into their ranks. The Persians keep coming. There's always more. 6 magazines gone. The rifle clicks empty. The seal drops it, pulls his sidearm. 15 rounds in the mag. 2 spare mags. The Spartans lock their shields around them. They fight as one. The seal's pistol cracks. Headshot at point blank range. Persian soldiers stare at this warrior who fights with thunder in his hands. Some refuse to advance. Others charge and die. First pistol mag gone. The seal fires his last 15 rounds. 15 more Persians fall. The slide looks back. Empty. He draws his knife. The Spartans are down to 30 men, bleeding, exhausted, surrounded by thousands. They fight for 3 more hours. Spears, swords, fists, whatever they have. When the last Spartan falls, the pass is carpeted with 21,000 Persian bodies instead of historically 20,000. The seal dies with the Spartan shield over his body and the knife in his hand. The Persians find him and burn everything, convinced it's cursed, but the damage is done. Xerxes continues his invasion with his army that demoralized and terrified. When his fleet is destroyed at Salamis, he retreats. Greece survives, democracy survives, Western civilization survives, because 3,000 Spartans held the pass for 3 days, and because one Navy SEAL stood with them, killed 484 Persians, and put their fear of something beyond gods into an empire. The SEAL couldn't stop 100,000 men. He didn't need to. He just needed to make them afraid, and he did. Or what do you think would happen? Could the SEAL have saved the Spartans? What if there were SEALs at Thermopylae? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.